Hi there, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking. We're gonna draw your pattern, your power, and your play. And we'll start with your pattern. Okay, we have the Four of Cups, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. This is a pattern of search, right? And typically when we look at the Hermit, this is almost always talking about a search inside. And I guess if we even take a broader context, every search we go on in life is really, right, it's a search for ourselves. We know that. The farthest reaches of space, what we're really looking for out there is answers to us. The microscope down to the smallest particle that we can imagine. We're trying to find ourselves. So this is a universal search. But in this context, you have a dissatisfaction that you're working through and some reluctant movement into a bit of unknown. And this movement it's ridden with lessons. And maybe, you can look at those lessons as wounds and you can behave from that way. You can look at those lessons as tools. I highly encourage that as just a good frame of mind. But these are all kind of one thing, right? And it's about the awareness of what you're carrying as you go into the unknown. But even as you go into the unknown, really your pattern is this search, this underlying search, I suppose, that we all have for yourself. All right, what's your power? There's tons of power. There's tons of power. I cannot wait to see what she suggests. Oh, she feels the same. All right, we've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Cups really makes me think of, your connections, the ways of being that make you feel good. So this may be, right, this may be a group of friends, could be family, but there are people in your life that you can really just be yourself with. And I think, this is an extreme power as we head into the unknown. Is very supportive. Your Ace of Swords, to me, this is about your ability to utilize, right? Utilize your ideas and really land them. Almost like you're threading a needle with these things that you've learned about yourself. It's creating a really beautiful pathway for you as long as you continue, and this is the power, right? As long as you continue to honor the experiences you have and to really place attention, right? Continued attention on the things you've learned about yourself, because those are your strengths, the things you understand about yourself and those awarenesses. Those are now your strengths that nobody can take away from you. And as long as you continue to use them as strengths and not as vulnerabilities, which you can see as you understand them, you can see how you're either on one side or the other of this. As long as they're in your awareness, they are strengths. So make sure that you keep a focus on the things you've learned. Your other power is one of competence. You're not afraid to work hard. You're not afraid to work smart. You have confidence in the way that you work. It may not look exactly the way that other people do what you do, but it actually works really well as long as you step back and make sure that it's pure and authentic and receptive, right? I will say, I'm really seeing a little bit of a tendency towards defensiveness and how you operate. You have confidence. So watch that line, right? That line between confidence and insecurity. Because if you're over explaining your methods, that should draw your attention to what might need adjustment, right? In your styles and how people are experiencing you. All right, let's move on to your play. Sounded like a play, but like I can just say really quickly, your powers are, you do have some true friends, some true connections that you can really be yourself with out there, and that's really going to be powerful for you at this time. Your the things that you've gone through really awakened your ability to use that knowledge, and this is providing you with a really unique opportunity that only like you have the ability to pull together and land. And then your other power is the confidence that you have in your work, but that is one that you want to pay attention to because it teeters on insecurity about the way that you work, and that is definitely at times felt by the people around you. All right, let's talk about your play. You have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Hey, I'll take that. I bet you will too. So the Page of Wands here is asking you to really take an honest look at how far you've come. So a long time ago, when you were, a wee little tadpole, you didn't even dream of the life like that you have had. Like it has been beyond your wildest imagination. Like really accept that and see how close you are coming to like extreme versions of yourself. Like, oh my God, it just wants to come this way. All right, let's do this. You are really starting to measure up to what are some amazing versions of yourself. Like your highest self. Like you can see that from where you are. You can glide right into that version of you pretty smoothly. You have a couple of limitations that are still around you. And these can come in many forms, and those forms can be related. I'm gonna say maybe you have some vices here and there. Take a look at those. Are they still serving you? Really? Right? How would you feel if you, tried less of that for a little while? Wow. Having an interesting morning with this. But some other limitations are still like in the way that you understand how you're being viewed and how you're being experienced. Because your internal reality is not quite matching up with the feedback you're getting. Now, it's easy to go into these places and say, well, is this really about me? And the truth is almost every experience you're having, yeah, it's about you. It's about you. Just assume that, yeah, it's about you. That doesn't mean you need to hate yourself or beat yourself up or change, but it is something you need to acknowledge and understand. This starts to unleash your ability to change the experience that you're having because it's about you. And this leads to everything. This is the key to life. This is the Ten of Cups moment. If you've never heard this before, wake up. Life is about you. You're supposed to learn from it. I hope that this is helpful to you. If it was, man, please do all those YouTube things and have a great rest of your day.